Hey, this is Mark McKellar with Homevestors. I've been a franchisee with the We Buy Ugly Houses company for 20 years now, and I had somebody ask me today a question that I thought was worthy of recording and maybe send it out to some more people that might be wondering the same thing. He asked me, after 20 years, why am I still with Homevestors? And it's funny. I ask myself the same question all the time. And what it boils down to is, if I look at being in the real estate business, if I look at what it takes to buy houses at the right price, get them sold, I look at the money that it costs me to advertise, I look at the money I have to pay Homevestors in fees, the small transaction fee that they charge me, I consider all those costs, and I look at it and compare it to how much better the deals are I buy than they would be if I were an independent guy. I make more money this way. So this is the reason I stay with them, the basic reason. There's a little bit more involved in that, however, and it has to do with the power of the network. It has to do with what I get out of being in this group that I would miss if I went and tried to do things on my own. My business has changed a lot in 20 years. And the first part of my business, I did a lot of rehabbing, a lot of wholesaling. That changed over time depending on the market and depending on, the kind of deals I was doing, whether I wholesaled or retailed. But beyond that, as the business grew and as I got more experience, I started moving out into different things. At times I wanted to be more in the lending side of the business and, figuring out how to help myself and some other franchisees maybe have access to more capital. I've also considered and been part of the property management side of the business because I've had rentals in the past and I've needed to know how to manage those. Matter of fact, other franchisees have opened full-blown property management businesses, so some people are even bigger than I've been. And then more recently, I've gotten really serious about taking my rental business to the next level. And when I wanted to do that, I knew I needed a pocket of money, and I also, to be able to hold the rentals, and I also needed to have access to a lot of them and know how to manage on a lot bigger scale than I am now. And there are other franchisees in the system who've already done those things. And I've been able to go and sit and talk to those people who don't see me as a competitor because I'm another franchisee and they know I'm going to get my leads myself, my own way. I'm not taking anything from them. So they're willing to share, and we all share with each other. Those tools are invaluable. I mean, I've bought more rentals in the last year than most people in real estate will ever buy in their whole business. And there's no way I would have known how to do that financially or how to do that from a management perspective without the other franchisees coaching me along. And I've been in the business for 20 years and I'm still using coaching. So when you join Homevestors, it's more than just learning how to take a phone call and buying a house. It's being part of a group of guys and girls, men and women, who really understand the business on lots of different levels. So depending on what you want to get into down the road, you may never do anything more than buy some houses and fix them and sell them, and that's a great business, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to get into anything else, you want to get into owning a lot of rentals, you want to get it more involved on the finance side, you want to end up being a real estate broker, you want to get into property management, those kind of things. I mean, we've got franchisees that do all of that stuff on a pretty big scale. So being part of this network is being part of a huge mastermind group of people that truly don't see you as a competitor. I mean, if you go to a local real estate meeting, everybody's kind of nice to each other, but do you really share your details and let people get under the hood? Of course not. But at Homevestors, we don't mind doing that with each other because we see each other as people that are in business alongside each other, not competing. We all get our own leads. We all do our own, lead generation as a group, but we all get our own share of what we spend. We share contractors. We share, people we sell houses to. We share agents. We share title companies, and we get a lot of economies of scale out of that too. So if I were to leave Homevestors today, it wouldn't just be a matter of missing the leads that I get from the calls that come in and from the other franchisees. We buy and sell houses from each other. But it would also be all those other things I just talked about that all of a sudden I wouldn't have access to anymore. So that's the real reason that I've been here for as long as I have, and I don't see going anywhere until I decide to to quit, and I won't do that until it's no fun anymore. Thanks for listening.